Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to read a little bit more from our storybook. Toys go out. You guys remember the story? Well, yesterday, or the last time I read to you, might have not been yesterday. It might just be a few minutes ago because we're going to videotape these and you can listen to them just however you want to, huh? So you could be really ambitious and read the whole story together at one time if you have enough time. Or you don't have to. You can just read a little bit, listen a little bit. All right, when we left, Lumpy had decided that he wanted to get up on the big bed, didn't he? He wanted to be up there with Stingray. And they came up with this plan to get Lumpy up onto the big bed. They were going to use subliminal messages. Now, a subliminal message is a message that you put in your brain. And usually it's really quiet and it's a whisper. They're trying to trick you into doing something by whispering and putting ideas in your brain. And I'm going to use a subliminal message right now with you. And I'm going to say, go do your classwork on Google Classroom. Go do your Google Classroom. Google Classroom. You think it's going to work? I hope so. I want all of you guys to get onto Google Classroom and do your classwork for me. All right, I'm going to start reading. You ready? Every night after that, the little girl takes Lumpy to bed with her. Lumpy feels he's got it made. All the important and extra kisses are going to sleep on the high bed and none of the boringness. He just waited until the girl is asleep and then hops down, boink, and lives it up until midnight, when he very cleverly positions himself below the edge of the bed. So it looks like he fell off by mistake and goes to sleep till morning. Stingray feels his behavior is disrespectful. It's an honor to sleep on the high bed, she complains. You're not taking it seriously. She, Lumpy, and Plastic are watching cartoons in the living room while the little girl is at school. I'm not sleepy at 8, Lumpy says when the show goes to a commercial. Fine then, says Stingray. Don't get up on the bed. It's not like I have a choice now, Lumpy says smugly. The little girl takes me. She wants me, I guess, because of how much she loves me. When it's bedtime, explains Stingray, you're supposed to get in bed and stay there until morning. Why? Because people bigger than you want you to, piped up Plastic. That's why. Who knows the difference? Lumpy asked. The little girl doesn't know I'm hopping down. I know, says Stingray, and I don't like it. What she doesn't know won't hurt her, and I'm not sleeping at 8. Lumpy goes back to watching the cartoons. But the little girl is no dummy. She notices Lumpy on the floor every morning by the side of the bed. One night, she gets a length of skinny green ribbon and ties it to his tail. She tries the other end to her bedpost. You won't fall out now, sweetie buffalo, she says, kissing his head in the extra time to make up for all the bumps he must be suffering in his falls. Stingray, look at my tail, says Lumpy. When the lights are out and the girl is asleep, take the ribbon off. No. Why not? The girl wants you to have that ribbon. She goes to school. She knows what's best for you. I know what's best for me, says Lumpy, and this ribbon is not it. Stingray winkles his nose. You got covered with peanut butter, and then you got covered with jam, and then cookie batter, and hummus, and soy sauce. You're always getting dirty. How is that someone who knows what's best? I'm older now, says Lumpy. He walks to the edge of the bed, stretching the ribbon tightly. He leans forward and feels the pull on his tail. Stingray, help me, he cries. I'm tied up like a balloon. You wouldn't be if you'd stayed where you belonged. My tail is killing me, says Lumpy, lying. I need to get down. Be quiet or you'll wake up the little girl. Stingray flips over and closes her eyes. Being tied up makes Lumpy feel frantic. The knots in the ribbon get tighter and tighter, and the more he pulls and he tugs harder and harder, grunting his buffalo grunts, and finally jumps off the edge of the bed with the ribbon still attached to his tail. There is no boink. Lumpy is upside down, tail side up, hanging in the air. He feels sick to his stomach. He tries to scramble back up to the side of the bed, but he can't get his feet turned around the right way. He wiggles and tries to lift his head up to chew on the ribbon, but his body is not very flexible. He is stuck. Lumpy! It is Plastic rolling across the rug towards him. Why are you upside down? Untie me, cries Lumpy. No hands, says Plastic. Pull me. No arms. Chew through the ribbon. No teeth, says Plastic. It's normal for a ball. Oh, picture. There's Lumpy upside down. See? See Lumpy? He's hanging by the ribbon. What can you do? Bounce? Bounce me then, said Lumpy. Please. Plastic rolls back to get a good start, and then he bounces himself hard at Lumpy, banging him against the side of the bed. Harder, cries Lumpy. Plastic bounces harder, and again, and a really hard bounce. There is a ripping sound. You're breaking the ribbon, cries Lumpy. Keep going. Plastic does. Another ripping sound. Again. I'm almost done. I'm almost down. One more bounce, and Lumpy crashes to the ground. Boink! He lands on his bottom just like before, only it feels different. It feels like something is missing. Something is. Lumpy looks up at the unbroken ribbon dangling from the top of the high bed. Something short and chocolate brown is rather good looking is attached to it. Is that my tail? Cries Lumpy. Says Plastic. It probably might be. I need it, Lumpy cries. There. What will I do without it? There. Oh, I need it very badly. What for? Plastic wants to know. Lumpy sniffs back his tears. He tries to think of an answer. You look tougher without it, answers Plastic, kindly rolling around to examine Lumpy's bottom. Really? None of the tough buffaloes have tails, lies Plastic. I read that in an animal book. They don't? Lumpy thinks for a minute. Who needs a tail anyways? He sniffs. I don't, says Plastic. I don't either then, says Lumpy bravely. About an hour later, while Lumpy is showing his tail stump to Tuk Tuk in the bathroom, Plastic hears a noise from the top of the high bed. It sounds like whispering. It sounds like Stingray. It sounds an awful lot like a submarine message. Lumpy, muffle, muffle, floor, muffle, lumpy, floor, lumpy. The next day, the little girl wraps Lumpy's bottom in a toilet paper and masking tape to help it feel better. But she does not take him to the bed with her that night. In fact, she never takes him up on the bed again. Lumpy doesn't mind, though. He is leapfrogging and laughing and listening to Tuk Tuk explain about hand lotion and dental floss. He is staying up late. After all, he's not sleepy at 8 o'clock. All right, we're going to stop there for today. And the next chapter is chapter 6. And it is difficult to find the right birthday present. Chapter 6. Love you guys. Bye.